CBS News Miami.
For joining. And welcome to CBS News Miami's 4 p.m. Quickcast. Let's take a look at top stories. It is Memorial Day, and several events are happening throughout South Florida to honor those who made the ultimate sacrifice for our country. CBS News Miami's Jacqueline Quinn is in Fort Lauderdale, where Ceremonies salutes our heroes at Lauderdale Park Memorial Cemetery.
Here at Lauderdale Memorial Park, people are reflecting on the service of our veterans and those who gave everything. We're seeing people put flags and flowers at the headstones of some of the veterans here, and we're remembering all those who have died, giving up their life for their country, and we're thinking of those who continue to serve and protect.
I just want everybody to remember that freedom is not free, and there is a cost. And those of us who came back alive sometimes are still injured.
Rich St. John served during the Vietnam War.
Keep the North from coming down into the South, Vietnam. So, because they had guerrillas, but we did not want their armed forces from the North to come down.
He was one of dozens who came out to Lauderdale Memorial Park for the ceremony today. He tells us he was a communications specialist with the Marines, and he was stationed in the central coast of Vietnam.
Handling cryptography and communications throughout the South Vietnam.
At other times, he was part of the mission to protect his base.
But we did have problems with snipers. Sometimes snipers as close as 50 feet away at night.
He says, fortunately, he wasn't hit.
I did lose a few friends there.
And that's part of the reason why on this day and during a past honor flight, he thinks of those lives lost.
We have some positive memories, and we have some negative memories that we have to deal with.
But no matter what has happened, he's proud, and he hopes younger generations will also be more interested in serving their country.
I loved doing my small part of protecting my country, the United States of America.
In Fort Lauderdale, I'm Jacqueline Quinn, CBS News, Miami.
Always alerting, always tracking. This is Next Weather.
All right, taking a live look at downtown Miami on this Memorial Day. Many of us took a day off from work and school, and the good news is no rain in sight for now, but it may not last for long. Next weather meteorologist Cindy Pressler is here to explain. Cindy?
Yeah, that rain is coming on back, and it's going to come in bucket loads by the end of the week. We actually have some flooding concerns as we move into Thursday and Friday of this week. So that's what we have to look forward to. At least today, we've had dry conditions but humid. And by the way, quiet evening for all those Miami heat watch parties going on this evening. So here's your forecast. Temperatures are going to sit in the mid-80s, at least at the beginning of the evening. A lot of clouds out there today, but it's still managed to bring our temperatures into the upper 80s. So still lots of moisture, even though we did not get the showers, thunderstorms. There's dry air in the mid levels of the atmosphere, so that's really kept the rain away from us. The flow aloft, though, out of the southwest, so those clouds kind of rolling across southern Florida this afternoon. A couple showers have popped up now into Palm Beach County, right along that little sea breeze, a little boundary there. They're trying to make their way toward the water, so we're going to keep an eye on that little area, but our computer modeling is not agreeing with it that they're not going to see anything this evening. Maybe a spot shower off in the western side of Broward County, but that's really about it. We'll have partly to mostly cloudy skies tonight. It'll be very warm out there and muggy, and then tomorrow things will start changing. Winds turn from the east. That'll start bringing in increasing moisture. We are going to have showers and thunderstorms by tomorrow afternoon through the evening hours, and same thing on Wednesday with actually increasing moisture going into the end of the week. So our dry day, at least we had it today. Yesterday was a pretty good day too, so that's going to be about it now. Dry days are unusual at this time of the year since we are in the rainy season. So concerns, well, increasing moisture with an easterly flow. Yes, those thunderstorms are going to pop across our area. 50% chance 3 o'clock, same thing at 5 o'clock, up at 7 o'clock. So we are expecting the storms to linger into tomorrow evening if you've got some plans. And through the week, also increasing chance for rain, especially Thursday into Friday, then tapering off this weekend. We've got a little system, an upper level low out in the Atlantic. That kind of drags a frontal system through and connected to a surface low, so that's going to keep the moisture around. Also keep our temperatures up there too, so very sticky. So some concerns, heavy rainfall, flooding possible, especially for the Metro East coming up the end of the week. Here's your forecast. Highs in the upper 80s all the way through, with a real good chance for rain going through the end of the work week.
Okay, Cindy, thanks a lot. The new Florida immigration law signed by Governor DeSantis seems to already be having an effect on the construction industry. Although the law goes into effect July 1st, some say they fear from their employers are forcing them to do something else. CBS News Miami's Yvonne Taylor reports from Homestead.
A man who has worked in construction for the last 5 years is now here in Homestead. Now, this is an area predominantly of landscaping fields. This is where we found Pedro Marcos. He says that now he's doing all types of jobs.
Todo el trabajo en la construcción está parado por ahora.
All the construction work stopped, at least where I worked in Miami, said Pedro Marcos from Guatemala.
Soy padre de familia y trabajador de construcción.
I'm a parent, a construction worker, and undocumented immigrants who has to feed his family, said this man, father of 3 kids. According to Marcos, his youngest one was born in the U.S. When was the last time that you worked on construction?
Bueno, últimamente hace como 15 días dejé de trabajar en la construcción porque cuando el gobernador Ron DeSantis.
It was about 15 days I stopped working on construction because after Governor Ron DeSantis signed the immigration law, some of the people who would hire us got scared and told us not to come back. Now he's in Homestead.
Landscaping, nursería.
I do landscaping, nurseries, painting, whatever I can find while I can. Over the weekend, many like Marcos marched at Homestead City Hall. They said they want to be visible. Some brought their children. Kids born in the U.S., Marcos said 2 of his co-workers were not here because they already left the state.
Si no hay inmigrantes en Florida.
If immigrants start to leave Florida, who is going to do our job? Why are they treating us like that? Coming up at 5:30, we asked Marcos what is he going to do? Is he going to stay here doing all types of job? Or is he going to be among the ones who will leave Florida? That'll be at 5:30 p.m. In Homestead, Yvonne Taylor, CBS News, Miami.
Well, the start of hurricane season is this week, and officials want to make sure you have everything you need just in case of a storm. The first of 2 tax holidays kicked off this weekend, aimed at making sure you're storm ready and saving some money. That means there is a tax exemption for several items like flashlights, radios, and generators. Other items included in the exemption are smoke and carbon monoxide detectors, fire extinguishers, and several household items, including toilet paper, dog and cat food, and over-the-counter pet medication as well. They're also exempt during the tax holiday, which ends June 9th, so take advantage. We are committed to helping you keep your family safe as we prepare for what may come during the season. We invite you to join us for a CBS News Miami special, Hurricane 2023. What's next? Chief Meteorologist and Hurricane Specialist Ivan Cabrera hosts the Half Hour, which airs Thursday at 7:30 p.m. right after CBS News Miami at 7. Police were investigating a deadly double shooting in northwest Miami-Dade. Officers responding to a shot spotter alert near Northwest 93rd Street and 17th Avenue. That's where they found a man and a woman had been shot. The man died at the scene. The woman was taken to the hospital and is in stable condition. It's not clear what led to the shooting or if police are looking for the shooter right now. A Pompano Beach person has been charged in the shooting death of 2-year-old Luis Apollon is facing 1 count of manslaughter with a firearm after investigators determined the child was shot with a gun that was not secured. He faced a judge who is holding Apollon on a $50,000 bond. The shooting happened Saturday afternoon. The toddler was airlifted to the hospital where the child was pronounced dead. The relationship between the child and Apollon is not clear. Investigators urge all gun owners to please properly secure all firearms. When we come back, federal health officials release a warning about the resurgence of Mpox ahead of the busy travel summer season. What you need to know to stay healthy and safe. Welcome back, and thank you for watching our Quickcast. In this week's Health Watch, the CDC is warning about a possible resurgence of the illness Mpox, formerly known as monkeypox. CBS News Miami's Terry Hornstein has more on what you need to know as we head into the summer months.
The CDC is concerned after a cluster of cases, and with this summer full of festivals and concerts, they are warning anyone at high risk to get vaccinated and to, of course, as always, practice safe sex. You'll remember last year we saw more than 30,000 cases, with 42 of them fatal during and after a large number of summer pride festivals. Mpox is spread primarily through skin-to-skin contact, and most of the infections were spread through sexual contact between men who have sex with men. But anyone with very close skin-to-skin contact can get it. Symptoms are typically flu-like, with a painful rash and lesions that can last up to about a month. We spoke to infectious disease specialist Dr. Eileen Marty about what you should know heading into the summer months. She says the vaccine will protect you to a certain degree, but it's not 100% effective. She says those at high risk should still get the 2 doses of the shot.
It does reduce the risk that you become one of those rare but real people that end up in the hospital from this. And of course, in many, many patients, it's an excruciating disease that can leave scarring in very, very unpleasant places, including your face.
Dr. Marty says a resurgence of Mpox is a real possibility here in Florida this summer. She says it really all depends on how aware the community is of the risk and the precautions everyone takes. In Miami, Terry Hornstein, CBS News, Miami.
Your Miami Heat have one last chance to make the finals. Game 7 against the Boston Celtics tonight, and the Heat could not pull off a win Saturday. Within the last hour, the Heat took the court at the TD Garden in Boston for a final tune-up. They looked loose during their shoot-around. Lots of smiles, lots of joking going on. While Heat fans may feel desperate, Coach Spo and his players will tell you confidence beats out desperation.
I'm happy our guys get to experience a Game 7. And for the real competitors in this association, this is what you dream about. And spend all your time training in the summer, and it's for moments like these. They're not for everybody, but neither are we.
Said we've been here before. We know what it's like. Win or go home. Like you said, it's not our first time being here in this situation. And, you know, that gives us a competitive edge. So we know what it takes. We know what we got to do, and we're ready for it.
Tip-off is tonight at 8. CBS News Miami's Jim Barry is in Boston. Look for his live reports beginning tonight at 5. And that's CBS News Miami's Quickcast. I'm Elliot Rodriguez. Stay tuned for more news right here on CBS Miami.